If you're planning to study abroad, in this video, I am going to tell you which colleges to not apply for. I know I'll be getting a lot of hate from this video, but I also know that this video is very important. Please remember, I am making this video from the perspective of averages. I understand that there are some people who would get really amazing packages after these courses, but I'm talking about averages. What happens with the middle 50% of the class? What happens with the people who are from 25 percentile to 75 percentile of the class? I'm not talking about the top 10% of the class. No, I'm talking about the middle averages. So in this video, watch this with a pinch of salt. Obviously, from any place, you can go to anywhere else. But on averages, these courses are not a good idea to study abroad. First major red flag in a university is the low entry requirement. If you're getting admission without GRE, GMAT, IELTS, TOEFL, or if you're getting admission in just 48 hours, or if you're getting admission within 1 week, if this admission process is very quick, that means they're not looking at the people who are joining this university. They're not filtering out the people that are joining this university. Even if a random person who has money plans to join the university, they can. So as a result, the people that you end up studying with are not the best of the batch. Think about it. 93% of PGDM classes in Canada have a majority of either Indian or Chinese students. That means almost every class of PG diploma in Canada has either Indians or Chinese, more than 50% in the class. More than 50%. The best thing about studying abroad is the kind of network that you get to build. If everyone you're studying with is of no use to you, why do you think that degree is worth for you? Like, why is that even worth 100 bucks, let alone 10, 20 lakh rupees? And when we're at the topic of spending bucks, second point is that of cheap universities. I wouldn't say economical universities, I will say cheap universities. Remember this. Take a second, listen to this carefully. All cheap universities are not good. If you're spending less, that does not mean it's good. Okay, say that with me. Take a second, please take a second. Say that all cheap universities are not good. Think about it. After completion of your degree, if you're not able to get a job, if you have not learned any skill, if you were all the time just working part-time, what is the worth of that degree? There are so many counselors that tell you that, okay, you can go abroad and then work part-time, and while you're working part-time, you can make your living expenses and then have a wonderful life. But if you cannot get that job after your degree, where is the wonderful life? There are some people saying that this year 1,60,000 people went to UK, 40,000 will come back without even looking at a full-time job, like without even getting a full-time job. When you have to apply for a post-study work visa, there is some amount of money that you have to spend, somewhere around 1 lakh rupees you have to spend to get the post-study work visa. People are not even sure that it is worth spending that 1 lakh rupees to get the post-study work visa. What all these counselors have been telling you, just go for your degree and then you'll have 2 years to work in UK and you can make big bucks. From a bad university, you will not be able to make anything. So if you have a good life in India, continue with it. Why would you go through that entire struggle of going to a cheap university? So say this with me again. A cheap university does not mean it's worth it. A cheap university does not mean it's worth it. Let's say that third time, a cheap university does not mean it's worth it. Third point is that of universities that offer you an MBA without work experience, with 1 year of work experience, or even 2 years of work experience. MBA requires good work experience. What do I mean by that? There are many consultancies and universities I've seen hiring students, selecting students, even if they have no work experience. Think about it. What does MBA mean? MBA means business administration, masters in business administration. So I'm going to work on a business problem. But if you don't even know how to work, what is corporate life? What is the work that you have to do? How will you manage a team of those people? So basically what an MBA does is manage people, learn how to manage people, okay? If you have never worked in your life, how will you understand what to manage? So MBA does not open fresher opportunities to you. And if you're not even getting a fresher opportunity, MBA is different in India and MBA is different abroad. I'm not talking about Indian MBAs. That's a separate thing. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about MBAs abroad. That's the reason if you apply to an average university, even if you apply to an average university abroad for an MBA and you have no work experience, as soon as they see zero work experience or 1 year of work experience, they'll reject your application. They wouldn't even accept your application. Like, you wouldn't even be able to apply for that university. Think about it. You wouldn't even be able to apply for it. And there are some universities giving you an MBA degree without even work experience. So please don't go for it. Fourth point is, do not take admission in any university where at least you were not able to get in touch with 2 current students and 2 past students. So anyone who graduated, you have to connect with 2 people. Ask them that the course that you did, how difficult was it to find the job? what is the salary that you're making, please be besharam. Ask them how much money did you make, and ask the current students how much money do they think they will make. Ask them what are the classes like. Give me an idea of the classes. It's very important. And if you're not able to connect with 4 students from the university, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth going to that university. Absolutely not. I don't think it's worth going to that university, because if there are not even 4 people who are willing to vouch for that university on LinkedIn, it's a bad idea. But yeah, make sure the way that you're reaching out to those people on LinkedIn is correct. Turns out you are reaching out wrongly. That is okay. Let me do one thing. Let me make a video on that. I'll make a video on that. If you ask me to make that video in the comment section, I will make a video on that. And the 5th point is, do not be afraid that I do not have a good profile or I have low grades. All of those things are fixable in your profile. So if you're still interested in applying to good universities, watch this video. In this video, I talk about if you have low grades or something is missing in your profile, how do you apply to top universities? In this video, I decode all of it. This video, click, and please like and subscribe and comment if you like this video. Helps me a lot.